What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. In honor of Monday Night Football last night, I feel like we had to come out here and do this. Today, we're going to be doing a Denver Broncos Realistic Rebuild today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, boys, tonight we will be dropping another podcast episode with my friends. Link to that is down in the description below if you want to go subscribe to that. We're going to be reacting to week 1 and then giving our week 2 predictions tomorrow. So link to the podcast is in the description below if you want to check it out. But the Broncos, let's talk about Monday Night Football a little bit. So Seattle and Denver, what a game that was, right? I did not expect Geno Smith to look as good as he did, to be honest with you. Just like he said, we wrote him off, but he didn't write back. So love that quote, by the way, by Geno. But yeah, the Broncos, you can't lose this game, man. You have the AFC West you have to deal with this year, and you lose the easy one. You just can't do it. But maybe Seattle's better than we think, and this is going to continue for Seattle. But if we take a look at the Broncos roster, you got Russell Wilson at quarterback. You got the clock management yesterday was just absolutely mind-boggling. Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick obviously isn't healthy, and then Billy Turner wasn't playing last night. But overall, it just wasn't a great game for Denver. The clock management, the fumbling on the goal line twice, it just needs corrected. But it'll be corrected. I am going to start Javonte Williams over Melvin Gordon, of course. And then defensively, on the other hand, you got like Randy Gregory, Bradley Chubb. There's some good pieces on this defense, but we are going to simulate the rest of the season after the 0-1 start. And we're going to see if this Denver Broncos roster can turn it around. Can this team still make the playoffs? I think they can, obviously. I'm not just totally riding them off. But, man, that is not a good start to your season. But we are going to see how the rest of the season goes for them. And then we're going to try to realistically get this team to the Super Bowl by the end of today's video. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop. It's honestly a lot of fun. So they have literally almost every sport you can imagine, like MMA, Valorant, you got esports, all kinds of stuff. But of course, us football fans, we love to stick to football. So, well, I also watch basketball, but you get what I'm saying. So let's say, for instance, on Thursday night, you think Herbert and Mahomes are about to go crazy. The passing yard is going to be high, which I definitely think is a safe, assumption to be made. But I'm going to go more and more, so over on both of those. And if I put in 20, I have 3 times my money because I picked 2 players. But if I want to go crazy and go 5, I get 10 times my money. But usually I stick with 2. As long as you don't go too crazy with it, this can be a ton of fun. So if you want to join Prize Picks, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching up to 100% deposit match up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. So at the end of the season, in a tough Wild West, AFC West, we end up going 7-10 and missed the playoffs. Now, honestly, it is a possibility that Denver does miss it. I mean, it is a possibility for any team in the AFC to miss, just with how stacked the AFC is. So this isn't crazy out of the realm of possibility for Denver to miss. It's just a terrible look, obviously. So defensively, sacks-wise, you had 7 from Randy Gregory, 6.5 from Chubb, 5 from Gerald McCoy, 4, and then interceptions, you had 4 from Patrick Surtain. You got 3 from Josie, and then Jonah Griff with 2, and then Justin Simmons with 2 as well. But we needed to get into putting this roster in the playoffs. It just wasn't good. Not a good start last night, and then Madden for the rest of the season gives us not a good simulation either, where we don't even make the playoffs. Then Nathaniel Hackett's clock management and then not trusting Russell Wilson on 4th and 5 just did not sit well with me. I would have never attempted a 64-yard field goal for the win. I think you go for it with your quarterback that you paid a lot of money to, which I think a lot of people were quick to point out. I think a lot of us can agree. 4th and 5, kick a 64-yard field goal. I'm going for it with Russell Wilson. You just got to. But 20 players ready to negotiate their contracts. Let's see who makes sense to bring back to Denver. So honestly, Melvin Gordon is somebody I do like, but I really just want this to be the Javonte Williams show. Although I do see, I could see the reason for wanting to split the carries, but I just like Javonte Williams a lot. You got Dalton Reisner, you got Draymond Jones. There definitely is some good pieces we need to bring back to this team. Already seen a few guys I definitely want back. So let's make sure we go ahead and accomplish that right now. So first and foremost is going to be probably, let's start with Bradley Chubb. I do want Bradley Chubb back. Really good pass rushing linebacker for this Denver team, so I don't see any reason to let him go. And he won't be too expensive either, so he's not interested. Damn, okay. So we're going to try to get him back in free agency. Dalton, we're going to try to get the offensive line as good as we possibly can as well. So let's try to get Dalton here. And I might franchise tag Bradley Chubb if I need to. I don't know how much that would cost me. If I did franchise tag him, $21 million, that's just a little too much. He wasn't even asked for that much. Draymond Jones, same thing. Wouldn't mind bringing him back. Hopefully he's willing to sign this contract. We're just going to have quite a bit of money. So Draymond Jones is back, but $50 million to work with is actually going to be really nice. And I wouldn't mind getting Griffith back, but he has no interest in coming back to me. So I don't know how easy this is going to be to bring him back. But Star development middle linebacker 26. I wouldn't mind having him back, and he is back. So we do get him back. So that's nice. And then Chubb is the only one that we might be losing Darius Phillips as well. And then there's a couple other guys, but we need to get Chubb back in free agency if possible. If not, I guess we replace him with someone else. So going into free agency day one, once we simulate, we're going to see what we need to replace, what positions need to be filled. Obviously, our draft pick situation isn't the best because of the Russell Wilson trade, which makes sense. You still make that trade 9 times out of 10. So I'm not faulting the Broncos for doing that. You have Albert O at tight end, which is fine. The wide receiver core is great. And then you got Javonte Williams. And then we do need a tackle, it looks like. So we have no tackle. Defensively, you got Griffith back. You got Josie still here. Strong safety is a huge gaping hole. We got Dre'Mont Jones. And then I believe this is Daquan Jones. Or no, it's DJ Jones. My bad. So DJ Jones, he's a decent starter, but obviously wouldn't mind upgrading that eventually. And then as far as the cornerbacks are concerned, you got Patrick Surtain, Ronald Darby. I mean, pretty good corners for the most part. So not too bad. And you got Nick Bonito, who is a young linebacker. So I kind of like the idea of him still starting. So maybe I don't worry about linebackers as much. Maybe it's defensive tackle and strong safety that I have a huge need for. That's kind of what we're going to look at. Let's go take a look if we can get that. And then Bradley Chubb, I guess we can't get him back. We rely on Nick Bonito to play a huge role here. So Odell Beckham is sitting here, but we don't really need his services. Davenport, Gardner Johnson would be actually a really good strong safety, or even Amani Hooker wouldn't be bad either. Defensive tackles, we got like Derek Nottie at 27. Actually kind of like the idea of him coming to Denver, so I'm going to sign him. I'm going to give out a few more offers. So I have 4 offers on 4 players here. Obviously, we want to get everything possible through free agency because our draft is just not all that great. We don't have many draft picks. So Conklin, you got Amani Hooker, you got Derek Nottie, and Bradley Chubb. So if we can get all 4 of these guys, I'd be very, very satisfied with that. We do get all 3 of them. So we get Chubb, get Derek Nottie, and got Jack Conklin to add to the team. So we are filling our holes. And Amani Hooker, I desperately do want him very badly. So I'm going to be willing to pay him a little bit more because, like I said, I think we definitely need a strong safety. The Colts are definitely outbidding me for him. Hopefully, I can find a way to get him very player-friendly. I guess is what I'm going on Amani Hooker to bring him to this team. The Colts are still very much prying him away from me. Let's go very player-friendly again. Maybe I just can't get this done, and Amani Hooker is not going to be a Bronco. Let's see. Let's try this again, and maybe miss out. So maybe I have to pivot to another strong safety if there's one available. You got Gardner Johnson still here. Deshaun Elliott still here. So maybe we should pivot just to be safe. We got Nasir Adderley still here as well. So we might get Nasir Adderley, maybe play him as strong safety we need to, because I cannot afford to miss out on a safety here. I wanted Amani Hooker, but it looks like the Colts might have the #1 offer on him. So I guess maybe go for CJ Gardner Johnson instead. So maybe get him on this roster. Let's see if that will be easier to get. The Steelers are still there, so let me go player friendly and see if Gardner Johnson is willing to maybe, yeah. So let's see if we get him, and we do not get him. Wow. So we miss out on CJ Gardner Johnson, and we miss out on Deshaun Elliott. Free safeties. Got Nasir Adderley. Mike Edwards is still here. So by default, I think Mike Edwards is the last guy we have a chance at getting to be our brand new safety. So Mike Edwards, we are just getting outbidded by pretty much everybody, man. Mike Edwards, I need you very, very badly. Please come to Denver. So Mike Edwards, can you sign? And we are just being outbidded. Like I said, actually, we're there. Can we get him? And we do not get him. We got outbidded by every single team when it came to getting a safety. You could not make that up. Holy moly, we did not get a single safety I was going after. That is that's literally insane. I cannot believe we didn't get a single one we were going for. Wow, that is unlucky. Very unlucky. I guess we maybe make a trade for a safety because we definitely need one. So that is what we're going to do. I cannot believe we missed out on every single strong safety we went for. Absolutely insane. So the Steelers went ahead and stole one of the strong safeties I was going for. So I'm going to go for their backup and Terrell Edmonds to get myself, or Tremaine, or no, it is Terrell Edmonds. So Terrell Edmonds is our brand new strong safety. Gave up 2 4th-rounders and a 6th to get him. And as far as our draft picks are concerned, we only have 2 3rd-round picks, which we could still get somebody pretty good here. Don't get me wrong, but it definitely sucks we missed out on every single strong safety we went for. But I guess we make up for it by trading for Terrell Edmonds here. So let's go to draft night and let's see what we can get here in round 3 a couple of times. So again, draft pick situation not great because of the Russell Wilson trade, which is why not making the playoffs is really literally unacceptable. So I pick number 6. Let's see what we got available here in round 3. We have Raheem Jarrett. We really don't need wide receivers necessarily. You got Christopher Smith. I wouldn't mind taking another safety here just to be safe, Jermaine Burton. So Christopher Smith out of Georgia. He's got C-hit, power B to D man coverage. Again, wouldn't mind, but not sure he's the move here. Who's the other strong safety? Is Trey Dean. I don't know if he has any, good things about him. He's got B-man coverage, C-zone coverage. He doesn't look too bad. So you know what? I'm going to take Trey Dean here. He's a hidden development strong safety. So I guess we could have gotten our strong safety here on draft night. Maybe I just didn't think it was going to be there, but we didn't give up too much to get Terrell Edmonds, so it's not that big of a deal. Then in round 3, we got our other round 3 pick out like Marvin Mims, Tyler Davis. I got Cedric Tillman. So a lot of decent options. Troy Brown, Storm Duck, Rashad Torrance, BJ Ojolari. You got some guys that are censored, I guess. I don't know what that's all about. Byron Young, Caleb Chandler. So, I mean, either way, I think I'm just going to look at maybe drafting probably Tyler Davis just to have some depth at the defensive tackle spot because we really don't have any. So I'm going to draft Tyler Davis to kind of back up Derek Nottie, and I'm going to be happy with that selection. So that is going to be our draft. Only 2 picks we were going to be using here, and that is going to be our draft. So our offseason overall was not bad at all. I think this is still a really good team, and I think obviously the AFC West is going to dictate how things go. We can't lose the easy ones. We got to go take advantage of the easy ones and then beat the AFC West as much as possible. It's not easy, but we got to get it done. So offense is pretty much the same. We didn't change too much other than adding Jack Conklin to the tackle spot, obviously, to keep the offensive line as good as possible. Give Russell Wilson some protection. We got Javonte Williams. Looks like we drafted a running back as well to replace Melvin Gordon. You got Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. On the defensive side of the football, you have Randy Gregory, Bradley Chubb, Nick Bonito, Griffith, Jewell. You got Terrell Edmonds, and you got Trey Dean, Ronald Darby, Jones, Derek Nottie, Jones, and then Surtain, Michael Jamadi, and then Justin Simmons. So I honestly think this team still can get it done. Will we make the playoffs in year number 2? I mean, I really hope so because at this point, it is kind of not an option. We need to make it. We trade for Russell Wilson. Not making the playoffs, like I said, is not really an option. So at the end of season number 2, we do make the playoffs at a 9-8 finish. So not the greatest record in the world, but I guess we beat we lost to the Chargers week 18. So we could have finished 10-7, but we lost to the Chargers. And now we get the Chiefs in wildcard weekend. So not really sure what to expect here. I mean, we get the Kansas City Chiefs. Offense was 8th NFL, which is promising to see. Defense, on the other hand, hopefully it was decent enough. 11th NFL, so not too bad. Both sides of the ball were pretty good. 9-8 record. I mean, we probably have a tough, we have a tough division to face every year, so we can't be too upset with the record. Records reset in the playoffs. 22 touchdowns, Javonte Williams, 1,400 yards. Love to see that. Receiving wise, Jeudy, Patrick Sutton, all involved. Albert O was good as well, 800, and then 5'8", 5'6", and then 2. And defensively, sacks wise, we had 14 for Bradley Chubb, 10.5 from Randy Gregory, which is why we were so committed to re-signing Bradley Chubb. So I'm glad we got him back. 3.5 Jermont Jones, 3 from Derek Nottie, 2.5, and then 2.5, and then sacks or interceptions. We had 4 from Patrick Surtain, absolute stud. So here we go. First playoff game. Can we beat the Kansas City Chiefs is the question. This would be an upset to do this at Arrowhead. This would be a tough game, man. I'm going to simulate to next week. Can we beat the Kansas City Chiefs to go to divisional round? And we do not. We do end up losing to the Chiefs. Kind of as expected. I mean, at this point, we really couldn't have really expected anything less. So we're going to be going into this offseason again, trying to retool even more and just see what we can come out with. So going into this offseason with about $47 million in cap space, let's see who we need to re-sign, who's a free agent, and who we're bringing back. So Jerry Jeudy, of course, I want to bring him back. Albert O ended up unlocking star development, so I definitely wouldn't mind him back. But other than that, man, okay, Lloyd Cushenberry, Ojamati. So there definitely is some guys I want here for sure. So a lot of my money is going to be gone after I make these signings. So Jerry Jeudy, let's start off with him. Obviously, would love to have Jerry Jeudy back, wide receiver 2 for the Broncos. So we can get him back. He is back. So Jerry Jeudy comes back. Love that. Middle linebacker, I might look at a different option in free agency potentially. Albert O, like I said, unlock star development, decent tight end. So I'm happy to have him back as well. We got Ronald Darby, who I don't think I'll be bringing back. We got PJ Walker as a backup. Quan Williams, Lloyd Cushenberry, on the other hand, young center. He's a 76 overall, but, with star development, I think you definitely got to try to bring him back. So we do get him back as well. And then is there anybody else that sticks out to me? Ojamati was the other one. I want Michael Ojamati back. But this is going to leave us with definitely some holes at cornerback. So I definitely know we're going to need another corner. Also going to need another middle linebacker. But other than that, man, I think we're good on that department. So Darby and Josie we're letting go. And we're heading into free agency with about $13 million in cap space. And maybe with the option of maybe getting more if there's anyone we can trade away. So we got to find a way to make the defense just as good as it could possibly be, because I'm pretty confident in my offense, especially with Albert O unlocking star development. The offensive line is great. The wide receivers are fantastic. Javonte Williams is superstar development now. So the offense, I'm not worried about whatsoever. I'm good on the offense. Defensively, though, we lost our middle linebacker. I mean, I guess, is Nick Bonito somebody you could trust to maybe play coverage? Probably not. Yeah, not really. So I'm going to stick with him at right outside linebacker. But as far as maybe defensive tackle is concerned, or not defensive tackle, I should say, middle linebacker, and a strong safety, Trey Dean and Terrell Edmonds get the job done. But cornerback is definitely a huge need. So I think middle linebacker and corner is kind of our biggest problem here. Jones is fine. He's not like anything great, but he's fine. So, all right, let's go into free agency, and let's even get one or the other, whether it's corner or middle linebacker. So you have Nick Bosa, you have Rashawn Gary, you have Justin Herbert, Darren Waller, Mike Evans, Cam Akers, Bobby Wagner. So Bobby Wagner could be a very good vet signing here. You got also Chidobe Awuzie, who has interest in signing with me, Chris Lindstrom, Brandon Ayuk. So there's actually some really good options. Ed Oliver also sitting here, Jeremy Chin. Wouldn't love him as well. But middle linebacker and corner was our biggest issue. So you got Bobby Wagner, Isaiah Simmons, who is superstar X Factor at 26 years old. That almost seems like an absolute steal. And then at corner, you have Chidobe Awuzie and Bryce Hall. So Chidobe Awuzie, honestly, would love him very much on this team. So I am going to go. So Isaiah Simmons has a big market, and Chidobe Awuzie, he only has one offer. So I think that's going to be my first offer, but that's going to be all my money. So I can get both. We got to find a way to free up money. Can we free up money is the question. Is there anyone on the roster making too much money that cutting them just makes all the sense in the world? Justin Simmons looks like he's sticking out. Garrett Bowles at 32 years old. He's an 82 overall. That would definitely be a hit to our offensive line. Jermont Jones or DJ Jones making $10 million. I think I got to cut him. I am going to cut DJ Jones. I think freeing up that $10 million is going to come in handy. So I'm going to cut DJ Jones. And then is there anyone else that's sticking out to me that I just need to get rid of? I'm not cutting Garrett Bowles, I don't think, even though that free up a lot of money. Surtain, I'm not going to do, obviously. Gregory, no. Derek Nottie, no. Edmonds, no. Williams, no. So all these, I guess Baron Browning, maybe. And that's only going to free up $1 million. So, all right. I think I'm going to go for a middle linebacker, whether it's Isaiah Simmons or Bobby Wagner. I like both of those, whichever one we decide to do. I think Bobby Wagner is a good, leadership role kind of guy. But Isaiah Simmons is a younger long-term play. So I like the idea of getting Isaiah Simmons here. So I am going to go for Isaiah Simmons to start this off. So Isaiah Simmons and Chidobe Awuzie are going to be my two targets for this roster because I think they just both make a lot of sense. So I'm going to offer them and see if we get lucky and have number one offer on both of them. If we can get both of them, that is fantastic. So Awuzie, we are number one offer on both. Let's just go ahead and see if we get both. And we get Awuzie. We do not get Isaiah Simmons. So Isaiah Simmons does not choose us. Which we might be facing another position where we lose. Did we still have Bobby Wagner here? Bobby Wagner signs. Patrick Queen is still here. Patrick Queen would be the other guy I'd go for. Joe Schobert at 30 years old. I think the I think the Steelers. Was it Steelers or Broncos who cut Joe Schobert? Patrick Queen is sitting here. I just got him in the Cowboys video, but I mean, I have literally no other options. So I'm going to offer it to him. If I don't get him, I guess we draft our middle linebacker. Really sucks we missed out on Isaiah Simmons, and we do not get Patrick Queen yet. How about now? And we do not get him either. Okay. I guess we're trading for our middle linebacker as well. So let's go do that, shall we? I'm trading my third round pick to the Arizona Cardinals to get Zaven Collins to be my brand new middle linebacker. So just like that, we walk away pretty good. Did not get any middle linebackers in free agency, but now we can head to draft night where we have our first and we have our second round pick. So honestly, probably just going to go best player available in each round because at this point, we don't really have any holes anymore. There's definitely some positions of need as far as upgrading is concerned, but we have a starter pretty much everywhere. The defense is an 85 overall, so I'm more focused on the defense than I am the offense. So round pick, or pick number 20 in round one. Let's see if we can get here at this pick. We should be able to get somebody damn good, so hopefully we can, accomplish that. We got a wide receiver, which we don't really need at all. We got a right outside linebacker, Quinn Donald. So it looks like we kind of have some good options here. Another corner wouldn't hurt either. So I'm looking at Matthias Bolog here, who is a scheme fit. F-zone coverage, B tackle, B block shedding. So he's more of a guy that needs to go after the quarterback, which is fine by me. Let me look at the other corner as well, just to be on the safe side. That way we're not just totally going in blind. And then Jeffrey Cooks. I definitely wouldn't mind a fourth corner on this roster. He's got A catching, A to C press, C man, C zone. So he's not the greatest corner prospect in the world, but I definitely could use some depth there. So I'm going to take Jeffrey Cooks here. He is hidden development man-to-man corner, so I'm happy to have another corner on the roster. We definitely needed more depth there because we only had 3 corners. So I like Jeffrey Cooks here in round 1. And in round 2, it's going to be my last selection in this offseason because we traded our third for Zaven Collins. We got a wide receiver. We got a few wide receivers. Got a free safety as well. And middle linebacker and Frank Sullivan here. So maybe he could have been the guy we went for instead of trading for Zaven Collins. But, I mean, we could always double down and draft one as well. So, you know what? I am going to go ahead and draft Franklin Sullivan here and welcome him to the Broncos. He is normal development. He's going to be nice depth. That's going to be our offseason. So let's go look to make the playoffs again, but maybe this time go all the way to the Super Bowl if possible. So offense didn't change much at all. As we know, Javonte Williams to get superstar development, and Albert O has star development, which is great. Defensively was where we kind of made some changes. So we have Jamont Jones, Derek Nottie, Nick Bonito is down here. You got Terrell Edmonds, Randy Gregory, Zaven Collins, Griffith, Bradley Chubb, Justin Simmons, Patrick Surtain, Mocha Ojamadi, Chidobe Awuzie, and Cook. So here we go, man. This is for the playoffs. Again, obviously, we got to make it first and foremost, and then we got to go to the Super Bowl. So we have put together the team to get it done. Can we make the playoffs is the first step. Well, we guess we'll go ahead and see. So let's simulate to the playoffs and see how well we do. Hopefully, we're a playoff team. If we are not, that's going to be a very big blow. So worst case scenario here, we did not make the playoffs in season number 3. So far our adventure with Russell Wilson and the Broncos has not been going to plan. It is not. Offense was 8th in the NFL. Defense was 21st. So as much as I've tried to work on the offensive defense, I guess, I don't know if it's holding us back necessarily, but not making the playoffs this year is a big blow. And I'm not really sure what this offseason is going to look like, to be honest with you, but we got to find a way to get there, man. We were in the playoffs one time. We obviously had to face the Kansas City Chiefs. So let's go ahead and get into another interesting offseason. Got to make more upgrades. We're not ready to give up on Russell Wilson yet. He's on a long-term contract, so we are locked into him. But we got to find a way to get this done. So $65 million in cap space, and we have a lot of important free agents here, not going to lie to you. So it is going to be very, very tough to keep them all. But Javonte Williams is definitely on the top of my list of wanting to keep around. So hopefully we can bring him back to be the Denver Broncos running back going forward. He is back. So you get Javonte Williams. Justin Simmons, of course, is someone I 100% want back as well. Definitely one of the better safeties in the league, and we get him back as well. So far, so good, 2 for 2. Mason Rudolph, Surtain, I obviously want back as well. It looks like that might be a franchise tag scenario because he asked for a lot of money. Garrett Bowles is 33 years old, so I guess we can maybe look for a replacement. Tim Patrick, 31 years old. I wouldn't mind bringing him back. Derek Nottie, 29. Quinn, I definitely would love to have back on this roster to continue to protect Russell Wilson. It looks like we're going to be losing some. He's going to go to free agency. We're going to be losing some players here. Zaven Collins, we traded the 3rd round pick for him. So, yes, I would love to bring him back to Denver, of course. So, hopefully he signs and he is back. So, Zaven Collins is back, which is great. Surtain, obviously, going to be prioritizing him here in a second. But I think that's pretty much everybody that I have, like, heavy interest in. So, Quinn did not want to come back. And then, last but not least, is Surtain. Obviously, we cannot afford to lose Surtain. So, I'm going very player-friendly on him and just giving him his contract. And he's going to test free agency. I don't think I can allow that to happen. I'm going to franchise tag Patrick Surtain. That's going to be a lot of my money, but I just don't think I can allow him to enter free agency. I think that'd be a big blow, and it wouldn't make any sense to, gamble on that. So I guess the other thing I could go for is Garrett Bowles. Nope, he's asked for a lot of money, so never mind. So going into free agency with only $13 million in cap space after franchise tagging Surtain, kind of had to be done, though. I don't regret it. Letting him go would have been disastrous. I feel like this is our last offseason. This is our last chance to make things work with the Broncos. If it does not work, we are in big trouble. So we lost a guard. We lost a wide receiver, which we can, we can replace that. We can find a way to replace that, whether it's a draft or trades, whatever it may be. Strong safety is great. Defensive tackle, kind of a huge gaping hole. And then, obviously, actually, Chidobe Awuzie got superstar development. So we're not looking too bad on the defense. Tyler Davis, if he has to be the starter, might have to be what it is, honestly. So I guess the only thing we really lost of value was the offensive line, which we actually need a tackle and a guard. So not just the guard. We need a tackle and a guard and a defensive tackle. So are we going to be able to get all that? Probably not. Not through free agency. We could probably sign one here in free agency. We got Aaron Jones, Michael Thomas, which I do like both of them, but we don't need either of them. Rondale Moore, which we could use another wide receiver, of course, as well. So maybe I should try to be getting Michael Thomas. Michael Pierce actually would be a really good defensive tackle on this roster, honestly. Grover Stewart. And then as far as offensive line is concerned, you got Garrett Bowles, of course, who I wouldn't mind having. And then guards, you got like Quinn, which I want him back if possible, but Cody Whitehair. So honestly, man, signing Michael Thomas sounds like a lot of fun. Just making this offense crazy good. I'm going to do it. You know what? I am going to say We need oh, actually, I might not be able to do it. I don't have any money. Never mind. So I honestly don't. I shouldn't be prioritizing Michael Thomas, but that would be fun to get him. But I wouldn't mind Michael Pierce as a veteran defensive tackle on this roster. That is one thing that could actually be very helpful to us. And he does not sign yet. How about now? And we do get Michael Pierce. So that's going to be my signing in free agency. I guess the rest is going to have to happen through the draft. We don't have any money, so we get our defensive tackle, which isn't too bad, and Michael Pierce. That's going to be our vet signing. And then we're going to need a couple of guards and a tackle, which I think Reisner is actually a guard. So we need a tackle and another guard through the draft. And defensively, we got Michael Pierce. And honestly, I think that's really what we needed the most on the defense. So that's fine. I'm glad with that. Now the draft is going to have to be probably offensive lineman and a wide receiver. So that's what we're going to go for. Picking at number 15 here. And again, I'm going to be prioritizing the offense in this draft. Unlike the last couple years, we've been kind of focused on the defense. We need some holes filled on the offense. So I'm looking at a left tackle, Damon Wall out of Stanford, sitting here. And I think I might be going for him here to start things off. He looks amazing. Welcome to the Broncos. Brand new left tackle to replace Garrett Bowles. That is a huge addition to the team. Definitely needed that. And then at round 2, pick number 15, I'm going to be looking at guard or wide receiver here. Whatever is available is what we're taking. We got Isaiah Gibson out of Oregon, round 1-2 projection. He's a scheme fit, deep threat. I like the idea of him. A deep route be released. He has F catching though. Why does he has A spec catch but F catching? That makes no sense. I'll take him. He's hidden development. I don't understand why he has F catching, but whatever. We get a hidden development wide receiver in round 2. We needed that. I mean, he has spec catch A. That's so weird. That's just kind of bizarre. But whatever. Round 3, pick number 15. Last but not least, we have a good guard available. We have a corner. We have another corner. We have a right tackle. So I wouldn't mind a tackle, then maybe just move somebody to guard. So we got Dexter Chamberlain here, and he actually looks decent. A awareness, B pass block, D run block. Gonna take him here. We need some offensive line help, and you know what? He's normal development, but that's okay. That was our final offseason of the video. So if this team cannot make the playoffs in year number 4, then we are just absolutely screwed, and the Russell Wilson era in Denver is wasted, at least here in Madden. So real life, we don't know yet, but let's get it. So season number 4 or 3 comes to an end. I can't remember what season this is, but we did end up making the playoffs finally, 11-6. So we get the New England Patriots round 1. So I guess we don't have to deal with Mahomes and the Chiefs round 1 at the very least. So offense was 10th in the NFL. Defensively, we were 25th. So defense side of the ball, not so great. Rushing wise, Javonte Williams, you got Jerry Jeudy, Sutton. Looks like Will St. Clair actually was the huge role and not the guy we drafted. That's fine. Defensively, sacks wise, we had 10.5 from Bradley Chubb, 8 from Drummond Jones, 4 from Zaven Collins. But like I said, boys, this is our last chance. So if we lose, we lose. There's really not much else to it. So we get to play the New England Patriots in round 1. Can we get the job done, or are we going home? We are in desperate need of a playoff win. We have not won a playoff game at all with Russell Wilson in a Broncos jersey. I mean, this is only our second time being here. We lost to the Chiefs the first time around, so we got to get it done. Let's see what happens here in this playoff game in Foxborough. We are going to go up 7-0 and get interception and go up 14-0. That is a great start to this playoff game. Up 21-0. If we lose this game, that is going to be the biggest choke in history, but it's looking good so far. 31-0. Don't even know who the quarterback is for the Patriots, but they are having a very, very bad day. And as long as they don't come back, we should be golden and we should be moving on. We get another interception. And that is a great play. Bro, we're low-key letting them get back in this game. I don't like that. Okay. I don't know why we let them get so close, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We're moving on. Got our first playoff win as the Broncos, and that's all that matters. Let's go to the next round. But it is now time to play the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round. So Russell Wilson versus Patrick Mahomes. We all know how this went last time. Close game, but we ended up losing. So I don't know what our chances are of beating the Chiefs here. Let's see if we can get it done. The Chiefs have gone to the Super Bowl, I think, like every season almost. So this is going to be a tough matchup. Gene Dangus is the punter on the Chiefs. But we tie it up. Okay. We're going to give up a fight here. That is one thing we will do. 10-7, get interception. Okay. We have the lead for now. But the Chiefs are going to take it right back, which makes sense. It is Mahomes. And they're going to take it, and they might start running away with it. 23-28. We get the stop we're looking for. Can Russell Wilson get the drive going? And no, the Chiefs are going to score 23-35, ultimately putting the end to... I should have jumped in on that 3-minute drive, shouldn't I? I didn't think... I was like, man, I'm trusting Russell Wilson here. I should have jumped in. Man, that sucks. That's going to be the end of things, most likely. I'm going to give Sutton a chance here, and he is going to be Almost got volleyballed there, honestly. But, I mean, it's kind of the end here, so it doesn't even matter. I was going to throw some out here, boys, just for you guys. And then I'm going to head out, I think, with this Broncos roster. Ultimately disappointing today. Sutton is wide open on that out route, so I'm going to get out of bounds with him. Let's just have a good drive here. Let's end off the video on a good drive. So I'm liking that first route that we did there with Cortland Sutton. They're playing man coverage. I want to throw Judy on a go route. I wouldn't mind getting Judy here if we can have him one-on-one, but I also have B in the middle, so I'm going to take St. Clair. Can I get out of bounds? I cannot, so we have no timeouts, which means we're going to have to spike this football, and I don't think we're going to get the ball back. If we find a way to get the ball back off a miracle onside kick, that would be the best thing in the world, but, you know, the odds of that are pretty slim. So I'm going to give Judy a chance on a go route as well to see if I can get Jerry Judy maybe an opportunity. He actually might be there. And how do we not catch that on the tip like that? That is insane that you did not come away with that. That would have been a bizarre touchdown, but that would have been really cool. But instead, Judy does not catch that, which makes literally no sense in my opinion. But Sutton, again, is open on that out route, but that is over. How the hell did I overthrow that bad? Like, did I? Okay, you know what? It is what it is. We are going to go to shot, standard pass, tight end attack. This is probably our last throw of the game unless we pick up a first down here. Even then, we only have 19 seconds left on the clock. Might just throw it at the end zone with Sutton here, to be honest with you. Or I could scramble. I'm going to have Sutton wide open for this touchdown. And it makes a late play on it. That is going to be your ball game, and that is going to be your end of the video, boys. So ultimately, the Chiefs are going to be the team that stops us from ever having any success with Russell Wilson and the Broncos today. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. The Broncos season started very bad yesterday, but we'll see if they can turn around. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.